Have you ever stopped to think about what truly happens when you completely vanish from someone's life? I'm not talking about just pulling back a little. I mean fully disappearing. No texts, no calls, no connection whatsoever. What would they honestly feel when you're no longer there? In a world where people often assume they can take others for granted, it's time to turn the tables. Disappear, and I assure you their world will start crumbling. Welcome to the most important video you'll watch today. This video is for you if you've ever been in a relationship or situation where someone treated you like an afterthought. Today we're diving into a powerful concept, what someone actually feels when you vanish from their life. We will explore 9 intense emotional stages they go through when you disappear. By the time you finish this video, you'll understand why sometimes the strongest thing you can do is simply walk away and never turn back. If you're ready to uncover your true worth and make them miss you like never before, drop a comment below saying, "I'm done being an option," because by the end of this, you'll ensure you never are again. Stay with me until the very end. There's a bonus 10th emotional stage you won't want to miss. It's one they'll definitely feel, and it might just surprise you. Let's dive in. Number 1. The sting of rejection. This is where everything begins. They never really thought you'd leave, not entirely. In their minds, you'd always be there. You were the one who put in the effort, made the plans, and showed you cared. You were the dependable one. Until suddenly you weren't. When you vanish, it's like hitting them with an unexpected brick. They didn't see it coming. You probably heard the saying, you don't know what you've got until it's gone. That's exactly the realization that strikes when you disappear. You understand this: when you step away from their life, it's not just the physical absence they feel. You're taking away everything you symbolized: comfort, validation, constant availability. They feel rejected, but it's not superficial, it cuts deeply. For the first time, they realize they don't have control over you anymore. Here's the thing about human nature: people often treat someone who's always there like a safety net. You become an option, not a priority. But when you disappear, you yank that safety net right out from under them. That's when the panic begins. It's like free falling. They thought they could take you for granted, and now they're left wondering, how did I let this happen? How did I lose control? These sting hits especially hard if you are emotionally available to them. They took your love and presence for granted, assuming you'd never leave, no matter how little effort they put in. They may have even believed they were doing you a favor by sticking around. But here's the irony: while they thought they were being generous, you were the one holding everything together. If you want them to truly feel the sting of rejection, you need to leave without warning. No ultimatums, no explanations, just ghost them. When they don't see it coming, it forces them to confront their own behavior. It tells them, loud and clear, that you're done tolerating disrespect. And when you walk away, don't look back. Let them sit with that rejection. The person they thought they had control over is now gone, leaving them to deal with the aftermath. Number 2. The void of missing you. This is where it gets interesting. After the sting of rejection fades, a new feeling takes over: emptiness. They never expected to miss you, not really. They probably told themselves, if they leave, I'll move on easily. But when you're truly gone, they begin to feel the void. It's not just any emptiness, it's the kind that gnaws at them. They go through their day as usual, but something crucial is missing. That's when they realize you weren't just a background presence. You were the one who added meaning to their life. Your energy, warmth, and emotional support made everything better. And now, without you, everything feels dull. Here's the truth: when someone takes you for granted, they assume you're replaceable. But what you brought to their life was unique. They might try to fill the void with someone new, but it won't work. The energy you brought can't be replicated. The emptiness grows stronger each day. Maybe they'll distract themselves with friends, work, or hobbies, but that void remains a constant reminder of what they've lost. The irony is this: they didn't value you when they had you. They assumed you'd always be there. But the moment you left, everything changed. Now they miss the little things, the laughs, the conversations, the way you made them feel seen and understood. But you're no longer there to provide those moments. Here's the key: when you disappear, make sure you do it completely. Block them on social media, delete their number, and leave no trace. The more they realize they can't reach you, the deeper that void will feel. Every time they try to check up on you and find nothing, the emptiness grows. People don't appreciate what they have until it's gone. Let them sit in that void and feel your absence. Here's the continuation of the script, paraphrased while maintaining the same tone and style. Let's complete it. Number 3. The weight of regret. After they felt the sting of rejection and the emptiness of missing you, regret starts to creep in. It's a heavy, gnawing feeling, and it begins to consume them. They replay every moment in their mind, the times they ignored your texts, dismissed your efforts, or made you feel like an afterthought. Regret isn't just about the things they did, it's also about the things they didn't do. The affection they withheld, the words they never said, the times they took you for granted. These moments come rushing back, and suddenly they wish they could go back and do things differently. But here's the thing: they can't. Time doesn't rewind. And the choices they made have led them to this point. Now they're stuck with a heavy realization: they didn't just lose someone, they lost you. Number 4. The fear of replacement. As regret settles in, another fear begins to take hold: the fear that you've moved on. They start to wonder if someone else has stepped into their place, someone who appreciates you in ways they never did. This thought is unbearable to them. The idea of you sharing your warmth, your love, and your energy with someone else makes their regret even sharper. They thought they had all the time in the world to keep you close, but now they realize that time has run out. The fear of replacement isn't just about jealousy, it's about their ego. Losing you to someone better makes them question their own worth. They begin to wonder if they'll ever find someone like you again, and deep down, they know the answer: they won't. Number 5. The anger they can't shake. After regret and fear come frustration. But here's the twist: they won't always direct that frustration inward. Instead, it often gets channeled toward you. The thought of you walking away without warning can stir up a storm of anger. How could they just leave me like that, they wonder. Why didn't they give me a chance to explain myself at first glance? This anger might seem misplaced, even unfair. But dig a little deeper, and you'll realize it's a defense mechanism. It's easier for them to be angry with you than to confront the uncomfortable truth staring them in the face: they messed up. They failed to treat you the way you deserved, and now they're left to face the consequences of their actions. This anger isn't really about you at all. It's a way for them to protect themselves from the painful realization that they were the ones who caused this. By shifting blame to you, they're attempting to deflect the guilt they can't quite shake. But underneath that outward anger is a raw pain, a wound they're too scared to acknowledge. Now, here's the important part: let them feel that anger. Let it sit with them, because it's part of their emotional journey. It's not your job to soothe them or make them feel better. Their discomfort is a reflection of their choices, and it's something they need to confront on their own. When you vanish, you give them the space to feel their emotions, even the ones they might try to bury. That anger is a sign that they're starting to understand the depth of their loss, and it's a powerful turning point. But remember, this is their process, not yours. You've already walked away. You've already set your boundaries. Now it's time for them to reckon with the truth that they were the ones who let something valuable slip through their fingers. Number 6. The desire for closure. By now, they'll begin to long for one thing above all else: closure. The absence of you in their life will drive them to reach out, whether it's through texts, calls, or messages, desperately hoping for some form of resolution. They might claim they just want to talk, but what they're really searching for is reassurance. They'll hope you'll tell them it's not too late, that they still matter, and that things can somehow go back to the way they were. But here's the cold truth: closure isn't about offering them comfort or a sense of relief. It's about protecting your own peace and maintaining the boundaries you've set. You don't owe them an explanation for your decision to walk away, and you certainly don't owe them a second chance to make things right. The moment you start seeking closure for them, you risk reopening wounds you've already healed from. Let them come to terms with the fact that the chapter is over, and that no amount of communication can undo what's been done. Closure isn't something you can give them, it's something they have to find within themselves. And while they might desperately seek it from you, the real closure comes when you're firm in your choice to move forward, never looking back. Number 7. The realization of your value. Over time, the truth will sink in, the truth they fail to recognize before your true worth. It'll hit them like a powerful wave, and they'll begin to understand just how much they let someone incredible slip through their fingers. They'll reflect on the way you supported them, the love you gave so freely, and the unique energy you brought into their life. The more they think about it, the clearer it becomes you were one of a kind, someone who gave more than they could ever realize at the time. But by the time this realization finally dawns on them, it's already too late. You've moved on, and all they're left with are the memories of what they lost, memories of someone who was once there, but now is gone for good. The space you once filled is now an emptiness they can't undo, and no matter how hard they try, they'll never be able to replicate the connection they had with you. Number 8. The attempt to win you back. Once the realization of what they've lost fully settles in, desperation will kick in. They'll try to find a way back into your life, often with a series of grand gestures or heartfelt messages, hoping to make amends. They might show up at your door or send long-winded apologies, promising to change, to be a better person, to fix everything that went wrong. But here's the crucial point: their regret, no matter how sincere, doesn't erase the pain of the past. It doesn't undo the moments when they hurt you or made you feel less than what you deserve. No amount of promises or apologies can undo the damage done. The decision of whether or not to allow them back into your life is yours to make. But don't let their sudden desperation cloud your judgment or sway you from the boundaries you've set. Stay grounded in your value and trust the decisions that reflect your worth. Their regret might be real, but that doesn't mean you owe them a second chance. Number 9. The permanent loss. When you've held your ground and refused to go back, the harsh reality sets in for them: they've lost you, and this time it's permanent. This is the hardest truth for them to accept, and it marks the final stage of their emotional journey. The weight of this loss will stay with them for a long time, possibly forever. You'll be the one they couldn't replace, the person who slipped away because they couldn't appreciate you while they had the chance. As they watch you continue on with your life, thriving without them, the questions will linger. They'll wonder what could have been if only they had treated you with the respect and love you deserved. But by the time they realize it, you'll be long gone, and their chance to fix things will be nothing more than a regretful thought. Number 10. The lesson you taught them. Here's the unexpected twist: your absence becomes a lesson. By walking away, you showed them the value of respect, love, and effort. You taught them what happens when someone refuses to settle for less than they deserve. This lesson might not bring you back into their life, but it will leave a lasting impact. And in the end, that's your power: the ability to walk away, to demand better, and to inspire change, even from a distance. Leaving isn't about seeking revenge or trying to make a statement. It's about taking back your self-worth and establishing the standards for how you should be treated. If you've ever been in a situation where someone made you feel overlooked or unimportant, remember this: sometimes your silence speaks louder than anything you could say. If you found value in this video, don't forget to subscribe to Stoic Trench for more insights on Stoicism, personal growth, and understanding human behavior. Drop a comment below if you're ready to take control of your life, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another empowering video. Keep walking your path with confidence and stay true to your worth.